Hi guys, today our grammar class is about irregular verbs. Irregular verbs is a long topic, so we are going to divide it into two parts. Today we're studying irregular verbs 1, okay? And the next class will be also about irregular verbs and we will call it irregular verbs 2, okay? Today is February 9th and this session is being recorded. So, irregular verbs. These are verbs that do not form the past and the past participle by adding d or ed at the end. They have a different spelling, and we need to learn them uh, through memory. Okay, we have to memorize them. So here I have a chart that shows the first group of verbs that we need to memorize. But as usual, as I say, practice makes perfect. So if you practice your English and you practice using these verbs, you will learn them very, very quick. Okay. First, try to go through the table and check all the different forms in past and past participle. See the differences. We will talk about them too. And then practice. Because when we practice, we learn. Even if we make mistakes, somebody will correct us. I will correct you. And that's the way of learning. Okay. So let's see the chart. Here we have the verb, okay, for today. We have catch, do, drive, give, grow, know, make, say, see, sing, speak, take, teach, tear, grow, and write. These are verbs you are all familiarized with, okay? So maybe you already know the past tense for them. We see the second column, we have the present participle form. Then we have the past form on the third column and the past participle form on the fourth column. Notice that when you create the present participle form, you add the verb to be at the beginning. You say is, for example, for catch, you say if you're working on in third person, for example, you say is catching. Okay. If you work in the past participle, you have the verb have before the main verb. The verb phrase is composed by the verb has or have in this case as the helping verb, and the main verb is in this case catch is caught for the past participle. So catch in present participle is catching. Catch in the past is caught. As you can see, we are not adding e or ed at the end. This is a different spelling. Okay, we need to memorize that. Caught is the past of catch, and it's also the way we're going to use it for the past participle. Has caught. Okay. For the verb do, present participle, we always add ing. Okay, so in this case, do is doing. Past is did. It's different. We don't say do it. Okay, we say did. And for past participle, we say has done. For drive, present participle is driving, past is drove, and past participle is driven. For give is giving, gave for past, and given for past participle. For grow, we have growing for present participle, grew for past as and grown for past participle. For know, we have knowing in the present participle, knew. Okay, as you see, these are all different. Okay, we are not adding e or ed. Okay, for know we have knew, and for past participle we have known. For make, we have making in the present participle, made for the past, and made for the past participle. It's the same in this case. We have for the verb say, saying in present participle, said in past, and said also in past. For the verb see, we have seeing in the present participle, saw in the past, and seen in the past participle. For the verb sink, we have sinking in the present participle, sank for the past, and sunk for the past participle. For the verb speak, we have speaking in the present participle, spoke for the past, and spoken for the past participle. For the verb take, taking in the present participle, took in the past, and taken for the past participle. The verb teach, teaching in the present participle, taught in the past, and taught also for the past participle. Tear is tearing in the present participle, tore in the past, and torn in the past participle. For the verb throw, we have throwing in the present participle, threw in the past, and thrown in the past participle. And for the verb write, we have writing for the present participle, wrote for the past, and written for the past participle. So if you see the table, it's very easy to have the present participle because you always add ing at the end, okay? And you have the verb be at the beginning. For the past, you need to learn this, as I said before, by heart. Learn it by heart, it means memorize them. And for the past participle, also you need to memorize them. You have some here that are the same. So I suggest you notice that too, and make a list of your own so you can practice, okay? A way that I will use is that I would write on, for example, my notebook, all the verbs like here. Well, here I only have 5, but you can write all of them and then give the principal parts of the following of the verbs. For example, for do, I will write, without looking at the table, I will write is doing, did, and has done for present participle, past, and past participle. Then I will use the verb see, and I will do the same thing. He's seen, saw, has seen. The verb tear is staring, tore, and has torn. Sink is sinking, sank, and has sunk. And know is knowing, knew, and has known. That's because I'm used to learning by writing things. That's my strategy. But maybe you learn by memorizing them and having someone ask you. But since you need to know the spelling very well, I would suggest this time you try writing them, okay? So we just need to learn them, okay, and practice. So let's do some exercises. This type of exercise is very easy. You will have inside the parenthesis a sentence with a parenthesis with 2 words, and you need to choose which of the 2 words is the correct answer for completing the sentence. When you're completing the sentence, you should pay attention to see if you have a helping verb, okay? If the helping verb is the verb be, you will have to choose the present participle option, okay? But if it's the verb have, you will select the past participle option. And if you don't have the verb be or have as helping verbs, you will choose past. That's a trick for answering this type of questions. For example, Allison has, and we have teach or taught as an option, her dog new tricks. So here we have the verb have, okay? So we need to select the past participle form. So teach is not the one, it's taught. So taught is the correct answer. On number 7, today we have threw and thrown the dog a ball. Here we don't have a helping verb, so we will choose the past form. The past form is threw. So yesterday she threw the dog a ball. Number 8, her dog, we have catch and caught the ball in his mouth. We don't have any helping verb, so we choose the past form. Her dog caught the ball in his mouth. Number 9, the dog has, and we have grew and grown a bit this past month. We have the verb had the helping verb have, so we will choose the past participle form. The past participle form is grown. So the dog has grown a bit this past month. Number 10, Allison's cat was, and we have driven and driving her crazy. We have the verb be, so we choose the present participle, driving. Allison's cat was driving her crazy. Number 11, the cat has, and we have taken and taking, all the dog's toys. And we have the helping verb have, so we have to choose the past participle form, so it's taken. So the cat has taken all the dog's toys. Number 12, once Allison, and we have spoke or spoken harshly to her cat. We don't have a helping verb here, so we choose the past form. Once Allison spoke harshly to her cat. And number 13, overall, her pets have, and then we have make or made, her happy. We have the verb have, so we use the past participle form of the verb, which is made. So overall, her pets have made her happy. Okay. Now we have to complete the sentence using the past or past participle of the verb in parentheses. We have the sentence and we have a verb in parentheses. Again, we will pay attention to see if we have a helping verb or not. And if we do, to see if we have this helping verb is the verb have. It should be the verb have because we are only putting past or past participle, okay? If we had also as an option to put a present participle, we will have to see if the verb at the beginning, the helping verb is the verb be, okay? So in this case, number 14, Allison's brother has a model ship. So in this case, we have to put it in past participle, okay? So we put Allison's brother has made a model ship. Number 15, he the model in a store window, and the verb is see. So we don't have a helping verb, we have to put see in past, which is saw. So he saw the model in a store window. Number 16, the directions he met, however. The verb is drive. We don't have a helping verb, so we put it in past. The directions drove him mad, however. Number 17, they incorrect information. We put the verb that we have in parentheses in past because we don't have any helping verb here. So give, the past is gave, so they gave incorrect information. Number 18, they few things that made sense. We have the verb say. We have to put it in past because, again, we don't have a helping verb here. So they said a few things that made sense. Okay. Number 19, in anger, he away the directions. We have the verb throw. We don't have helping verb, so we put throw in past, which is threw. So in anger, he threw away the direction. Number 20, he has to ask for a refund. We have the verb write. We have a helping verb, the helping verb have here. So we have to put the verb write in past participle way, which is written. So he has written to ask for a refund. So as you see, we have to pay attention to the beginning to see if we have or not a helping verb and which type of verb is that, okay? So regular verbs add D or ED to form the past and past participle. Irregular verbs are called like that because they do not add D or ED to form the past or past participle. They have a total different spelling and we need to learn them by memory. Okay, guys, so now you can go to your Google form, okay, through this link, and you can complete it before Friday, February 12th. The Google form is like this. okay? Irregular verbs. So we can complete it after this class. So thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.